Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on last year's national champions, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he's going to try to return this one. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the quick grab. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll run the option. Turning it on. Past the first down marker and still running. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Up to 44 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Quick completion on the out. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game
position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on last year's national champions, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's talk about Alabama. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some of the...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense, they understood the challenge coming in. Like, he is elusive. He is a game breaker. They were not going to let his legs beat him. That's what they told us anyways. And so far on this first drive, great job getting to him and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon.
Return runs out of bounds.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Wasting no time taking a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Ducks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Oh, he's got some space. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
Caught behind the line. It's Lopez. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Breaks into the open. He's at the top, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Grabbed behind the line. It's crossed. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback empties his backfield. Now on the move. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Running into the open space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He breaks a tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Slithers into space. Got the first down and more. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And fires complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. That's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Catch in the middle, it's Lopez. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
The give to the lone running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Catch inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ball game.
Trying to find the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Hey, listen, I'm going to look across the board if I'm a quarterback, and I'm going to find my matchups, and I got man-to-man, and I got a corner route. I throw that thing towards the sideline, let my receiver do the rest, and he does. Goes up and catches the football while he's being guarded and contested. That's a tough catch.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown tie. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum, but unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leiter, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Woodyard. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting portal and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago, but they also added a lot of talent. And that's why this fan base is hoping for back-to-back national championships.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll throw it. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. And the Ducks will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Got room to work. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They want to run this quarterback. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Motion from the wideout. They'll go with a direct snap. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Softened him up with a run, and now their throw. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the fumble will go out of bounds. They'll lose a few on that one. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Pulls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And what's the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He might want another play. They want to throw it. There's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. This time he's got his man. He smashes his way through again. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Woodyard. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Dances away to buy time. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The RPO, it's complete. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. Let's see what they do on third down. Quarterback may change this route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Woodyard. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the two-minute type situation by this offense, something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Number 12, set to advance on the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll give it to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making checks. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. Turning it on! He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The offense set for a first down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Here's a hit. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Quick release by the QB. At midfield, he's got room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Toss to the left. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Kick is good. And the offense has 3 points to show for the drive. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the single back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Woodyard. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Gets the back moving. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Takes the easy completion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
He's got it on the move. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many 1st downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense changing the play. They'll go to the air. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by a field goal over Buffalo. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Plucks it out of the air. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
To the air on first down. Quarterback moving. Fires on the move. Got his man. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice game. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The handoff keeps working on that clock. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. A first down for the offense. creates a little room. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And some room to work. Got the first down and more. Give him 88 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Toss sweep, trying to get it outside to the right. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
It'll be 3rd and long. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Marked down at the 29. Now, a 4th down.
How good has this offense been on 4th down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.